Hello and welcome to Silverstone, the home of the British Grand Prix for round 4 of the Blondies MX5 World Tour. I'm Dan Blake, and alongside me this evening, wherever you are, is Rob Sutherland, and we'll be bringing you the action from this fourth round of the series where Jan Koemans has won every single race. He's got perfect records so far, 3 out of 3. And Rob, what do you think about his chances are for making it 4 out of 4 today?
Very strong, hello viewers. However, we do have a challenge, quite a late challenge, from San McAleer and Guillermo Rato, who we have seen in Glacier TV under the Continental Endurance Sports Car Series. So we've got 3 or 4 very strong drivers in this championship.
Indeed we do, and it's Jan who currently holds the pole position. They've got about 3 minutes left to qualifying, and his time of 2 minutes 12.649 is nearly half a second quicker than Sam McAleer, 213.171. It's gone a bit tighter, but there's a massive gap between the top and the bottom of the field. We're looking at about a 7-8 second gap, so during the course of this race, traffic could be a key, and also they've got a mandatory pit stop to take as well, so I think we could be in for a very exciting 45 minutes here on Glacier TV.
Absolutely, and this is a long old circuit. It's the classic a few years ago when it got all rebuilt Silverstone, so lots of drafting down through the S's and into Hangar Straight, and we're going to see, we've got a big old grid today, 25 drivers, so we're going to see a lot of passing in the midfield.
And indeed we're on board with the man at the moment, Jan Koemans, as he comes round the back section of the track. He's going to start another lap. He's already got pole position, so this is really trying to get even further now as he comes now through Woodcote round the long twisted, rather long right-handed corner onto the straight, now under the Santander Bridge. As he comes across to start this next lap now, he's going up towards Cops Corner, and it's the first corner lap, is right-handed, a little break in his car. It's a bit loose on an entry, but he's doing well as he goes through there now. And as you can see, this is it's not his last lap wasn't actually one of the ones which has been quicker than his previous lap, as he comes now through the, like, it's a maggot section, and the car looks incredibly loose at points, but Koemans must like it this way. It's the way he's the quickest. But going through that section, it just really seems on edge and really twitchy at the back end as it comes down the Hangar Straight. What do you think about that, Rob? Is it something you've noticed, that the quicker drivers seem to have really loose race cars?
And the quickest drivers seem to yield the least amount of speed through these corners, especially Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. They do tighten. You've really got to get the entry to Maggots sorted, because if you mess it up in Maggots, then you're hanging on through Beckett's and Chapel.
Goes to the stay corner now onto the second sector of the lap. Terribly heavy braking now. Going to the left-hand corner of the, goes through the valve now into Club Corner, and this of course is the historic GP circuit, of course, before the arena section was built, and that is something that we'll probably be seeing in iRacing in the future, the Silverstone arena section. But for now, we've just got it as it is, the old track, but it's a track which has a lot of good memories, a lot of historic moments, and it's a very good track to drive as it comes now around towards Bridge, which is a corner which is not utilised in the current arena circuit. Bridge, he takes the right-hand turn into Bridge, not lifting, it doesn't look like at all. Koemans is absolutely on it, and it'd be interesting to see if this lap is quicker. They got about, this in fact will be his last lap, because he's coming up to take the checker flag now. They've had 14 minutes and 55 seconds, and in fact this is the checker flag now, so we're going to go to the grid as it stands at the moment. So we've got Jan Koemans on pole position. Alongside him in second place is Douglas Beard. He's come out, he's got 5 thousandths quicker than Sam McAleer, so Douglas Beard is second. Third is Sam McAleer, and fourth Guillermo Rato. Fifth is Arcadius Tatuus. Sixth is Yanis. Seventh we have Tom Raffi. Eighth is Giuseppe Aero. Ninth Alina Chastang. 10th is Gareth Hickling. 11th Dexter Castro. 12th is Mihai Mizan. 13th is Claudia Clymer. 14th Oscar Mauricio Lopez Nieto. 15th Andre Higim. 16th is Chris Moran. And then on the next row we have Mikael Gustafsson 17th. 18th is Eric Garcia. 19th Isaac Martin. 20th Simon Ayres. 21st is Peter Yuksha. 22nd Jeremy Naylor. 23rd is Hiro Kananya. 24th is Bill Zan. And rounding off the field is Gav Prentice in 25th position.
That's a massive difference in time. Gareth Prentice hit a 2:19.4 and a 2:12.5 for Jan Koemans, so big old disparity in throughout the field, but I think we've got about 10 or so drivers in the middle of the pack that are going to be really, really close.
Indeed, that's one of the best things we've seen so far in this MX5 series, sponsored by Blondies and Long Beach, is that there has been lots of good battles across the field, and it's close action, which we come to see. It's what people like to watch racing for. You don't want to see somebody pulling away like the Schumacher era in Formula 1, where it's just one driver winning it all the time. But with the MX5s, there is a lot of action in the field, and maybe someone will be able to challenge Koemans, but he's half a second near enough here, so we'll have to see what can be done.
Right, okay, I think we're just waiting for everyone to finish gridding up still. I think we've got about 50 seconds before that happens, and I predict an absolute chaotic start down into Copse. 25 cars piling through, and then we're looking at I reckon there's going to be a lot of runoff through the Merrick's and Beckers complex. It's going to be good fun to see, and I think we'll see the majority of the passing down in the hangar, few suicide braking manoeuvres in the Stowe, and then we'll be interested to see what happens into the Vale and Club corner, the old sharp, first of the sharp left and rights.
Indeed, the Beard, McAleer and Racho battle will be quite interesting as well, because Racho and McAleer are actually only separated by 9 points in the championship, and Beard is in 4th place in the championship. But I think this race is going to go green pretty soon. Koemans is on the grid, ready to start the race, and you got Beard, McAleer, Racho. So we've got 40. This race is either going to be 45 minutes or 18 laps of the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit, whatever comes first. So hold on to your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going to be a barnstorming race for 18 laps.
They're starting quite far back on the grid, actually. I didn't think they did that here at Silverstone. On iRacing, certainly on the national circuit, started right at the front of the start finish straight.
Be interesting to see if they'll get through the Copse corner for the first time. 25, well, in fact, it's 26 because we got Thomas Bastos. We got a few people with no times, but I don't know if they're actually going to be racing or not. But there's 29 who could be here. The red lights are off now, and it's a good start from Jan Koemans again. He's making sure that his record stays intact, at least for the first corner. Douglas Beard is under pressure though here from Sam McAleer in 2nd place, and it's going to be, is it McAleer who's taken 2nd place? Yes, it is. McAleer into 2nd place. Anything further back, Rob? There, any contacts?
I think that's everyone's through the first corner quite cleanly now.
That's what we like to see, but Jan Koemans is already pulled about. I reckon it's about a 2nd gap already as we go through the Beckett's and Maggott sequence. He has absolutely put it fully lit, and he's got a massive lead already. We're only on the hanger straight on the first lap, and it's a magnificent lead he's managed to pull out already.
Okay, so we've got chaos at the back of the grid now. Giuseppe arrowed through, Maggott's got it wide, slowed up the rest of the pack in a Shell-sponsored car, and we've had a bit of a ding-dong now.
There's one on the grass I can see as well. In fact, there's a car which I think may have gone back to the pits there, and there's also one slowing on going down into Stowe corner, unfortunately. But as they come now to start this second, well, to come around to the start of the 2nd sector of the lap, it's still Koemans. But in fact, I think the gap between Koemans and the 2nd place man has actually come down a little bit. So interesting to see what it is when they get to the line, but Koemans made a very good start, and there's a good battle for 3rd place going on there as they come now into the breaking point, and that's a very good move made. That's the number 8 to Gilham Rato taking 3rd place there. A very good move against the, is that number 63, Douglas Beard? Yeah, 63 Douglas Beard's dropped down from 2nd and he crossed the line. He's now down to 4th place. So at the moment we have Jan Koemans leading, and we've got Sam McAleer 2nd place, Gilham Rato's 3rd, with Douglas Beard in 4th place, and 5th place is Arcadius Tudgeris with Yanis in 6th place, and that is your top 6 as they now look to finish the first lap. And it's Jan Koemans in the lead. And we're now looking at Gilham Rato in 3rd place, and he's got the sight of Sam McAleer right over his bumper. He wants to catch up that gap, and as they come across the line now, the gap between Koemans and McAleer is 1.6 seconds on just one lap alone. So The biggest gain we also have is the number 77 of Oscar Mauricio Nieto, who's gone from 14th to 9th, and the biggest loser, Douglas Beard, who's lost 2 places. As I said before, he was 2nd, he's now gone down to 4th.
Lena Chestang now in the pits. We did have another bit of drama around Butlands and Laffield Complex with Mr. Aero again, who called up another couple of cars, and Gareth Prentice at the back of the grid seems to have called up quite a lot through the first half of that lap.
We've got Chris Moran in the pits. There's a car that's gone slowly, but it's going through now. It's Giuseppe Aero, and this car's pitting now. Is this too early to take a mandatory pit stop, or are these cars which have had damage suffered, do we think?
Probably a little bit of A, a little bit of B, to be honest with you. I think we're getting some that potentially getting their pit stop out of the way. Maybe they're not really fussed about having a heavy fuel load, and they just want to get it out of the way so they can get on with it.
Indeed, and there's some battle going down here, and Tataris has gone. He's gone down the inside of. He tried to get down the inside of Douglas Beard there, as they went into Club Corner, but he couldn't quite make it there. And Jerry Yanis is right behind him as well. So that battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th, but also Ratto is on the back here of Sam McAleer. So that's 2 battles we've got to keep track of, really. The one for 2nd, and then there's a 3-car scrap for 4th, 5th, and 6th. I'm sure there's others as well further back in the field, but this is probably the most exciting ones now, the ones at the start. As we now look at Douglas Beard, he's now in P4. He was on the end of the first lap, and he's got Arcadius, Tatius, and Gia Yanis as they come into the section. He's gone a bit wide, maybe, just takes a bit of a curb there. And we're actually on board with the Tataris, and you can see there, he's gone a little bit wide. Yanis is caught up a little bit, but Douglas Beard is still at one in front of us in 4th place.
I'm just looking at the front of the grid as well. Ratto is lining himself up on Sam Alir now, going over out of Woodcote onto the start-finish straight and into Cops. I think we're going to see him just chuck his nose under.
Indeed, he's gone right. He hasn't, in fact. I thought he might have stuck it down the inside there, Gilhem Ratto, but if anything, he's pulled out a bit loose there and lost time to Sam McAleer. But I thought they were nearly bump drafting as they came down the straight. I thought we would have seen the move maybe there, but it hasn't, and they stay in status quo. So that's McAleer 2nd and Ratto in 3rd, and the battle behind 4th, 5th, and 6th is exactly as it was as we left it. It's still Beard from Tapajus and Yanis, but also we have the 7th place car of Tom Rathy, who's come into play as well. So that could be 4 cars for that battle for 4th place in the near future.
Honourable mention to Club England's Gareth Hicklin as well. Started 10th, up into 8th, and I think he's starting to catch this pack as well.
Yeah, the pack in front are actually battling together, so it wouldn't be much of a surprise to see him catch up. And McAleer is under pressure again from Ratto, and this time Ratto is going to make his move nice and early, going down to the inside of Club, but can he make it stick is the question. I think he will, and yes he has. A fantastic move there from Ratto. He could have maybe done it a bit earlier at Cops, but he's finally made it work out now. His patience has been rewarded. It's 2nd place for Ratto. So the man who is 2nd in the championship has just overtaken Sam McAleer, who was only 9 points behind him at the start of this race. So this is a battle for the championship positions as well, even at this early stage in the season. And it's Ratto 2nd now, with Sam McAleer dropped down to 3rd. It'd be interesting now to see if we can do anything about Jan Koemans, who has a 2.1 lead over the 2 of them as they crossed the line last time.
Well, I don't think it's over yet. McAleer's lining Ratto up now. He's using every bit of the curb through Abbey and then through Club as well.
Also, the battle between Douglas Beard and those behind seems to have gone a bit sterilised, because Beard is starting to pull away from the 3-4 cars that are behind him, and I think maybe he's going to try and see if he can do anything about the 2 in front of them. But it'd be interesting to see that. But I think Ratto and McAleer at the moment are just that bit too much quicker for him. As they come now to start this lap off, it's Koemans who has the lead, and it's 2.2 seconds, so he's only pulled out a 10th there. And we're now looking at the number 37 car, which is the car of, what kind of 37? That is Yanis, who's currently running in 6th place. He's got Tom Rathy behind him and Arcadius Taturis, and there's been some changes around the 10th and 11th place. Nieto is 10th, we've got Gustafsson in 11th, and it's quite a good battle there actually, with Adjei Hogheim as well getting involved. But as we were looking before at Yanis, he's got a good run there on Taturis going through the Maggotts Beckett's complex. And if he could get a good run onto the hangar straight, it'd be interesting to see just how much of a draft he has, and he can climb onto the back of the car in front of him. But I don't think he's quite going to be close enough this lap, but it'll be interesting to see what happens later on in the lap. And further up the field in second place, McAleer is still right on the back of Ratto. He's not letting him disappear as they come down now towards Club Corner, and the leader Koemans is coming up to traffic already, I notice as well. That will be the fact we've had there's also a bit of a drop there for the 24 Claudio Kluma. He was 46 seconds behind on the lap before, and now he seems to have dropped down further. He's down to 26th possession. And Gareth Prentice, it is Gareth Prentice who is the man who's in the traffic. He pulls well out of the way. Good bit of driving there from Prentice to let the 2 second and third place cars go through. But Gareth Prentice is having a bit of a nightmare so far. He's been lapped already.
Yanis is catching the guy in the number 8 car in 5th position up quite rapidly now, and these guys are coming up to Gareth as well. So
yeah, Gareth,
he's in the kitty litter.
Yeah, Gareth's he's found a rather novel way of letting them pass. He's put himself into the kitty litter, and he's pulling well wide. He doesn't want to get involved in any contact, of course, with the Blondies running, as most of these leagues do, a driver standards and penalty points. He doesn't want to get any of those, so he's still well clear. And the battle for second place. Oh, this could be interesting. McAleer looks like he's got the inside. No, he hasn't, but we got the Yanis and Rathy. We've got the rear view here from Ratto, and as you can see, McAleer is coming round the outside. This would be quite an impressive move if we get this done. As we see back from Ratho, we see that MX-5 getting closer, but he's had to lift off a bit now, I think, McAleer, and that's given Ratto just a slight bit of momentum extra. And as they come down through the hangar straight, what could have been a move has not been a move so far, but I wouldn't rule out anything from Sam McAleer yet. He wants to get that second place back as they go down the hangar straight, and they're starting to pull out a big gap now between McAleer and Douglas Beard. It's now nearly 4 seconds, so it's the top 3 who are starting to string themselves out from the rest of the pack already. And as they go down into Stowe Corner, can McAleer replicate the move which saw Ratto get to second place? He's certainly looking primed up for it now. As they go down to Club Corner, Rasho defends the inside line, but here comes McAleer. He comes pulling right out. He's going to take the late braking manoeuvre, and Ratto has kept the position, but Sam McAleer has definitely shown him that he's about and means business. Good battle there, Rob, and a good bit of racing from these two.
We're going to have the same again, the same kind of profile of the corner when you come up to a tight left of Abbey as well, just lining up. I thought the little take club a little bit better, to be honest with you. McAleer let a lot of speed scrub off coming out of Vale.
Yeah, he did indeed. As they now come towards Bridge, though, it looks like McAleer has got a bit of run, and also looks like behind those there's another good battle going on as well for 6th, 7th and 8th. We've got Yanis, Rathy, and as you said earlier, Gareth Hickling has got himself right onto the back of those 2 cars. So there's a battle for 6th, 7th and 8th is hotting up, but we're going to look back at the second place battle here, and Racho and McAleer seem to have separated a little bit from what they were before, and the main battle does seem to be that 6th, 7th and 8th battle, 3 cars running pretty close together.
And I've seen Hickling quite a lot in Club UKI. He's very, very quick driver. We've seen him in the TFR Super Cup as well. Very, very quick driver. So he's, I wonder if he just sandbagged a little bit in qualifications. But he's certainly catching this group of 3.
Indeed he is. His last lap time for Gareth Hickling. If I get my lap times...
Yeah, he just hit a 2:14.074.
That is a good lap there from Gareth Hickling, 2:14.074 on lap number 5. So we're now on to lap number 6, the 1/3 distance mark. And Hickling's got a bit wide there into Cops, taking a bit of dirt. And in front of him, there could be a change for position there because the car of Tom Rathy was making to make the move on Yanis, going through Beckett and Maggotts, and in fact, he's still looking for it. We're looking at a battle for 6th, 7th and 8th, which is really hotting up. This is the Yanis, Rathy and Hickling battle, and we're on board with Gareth Hickling. He's dropped back a bit, and we're going to have a perfect view of what's going on in front as Rathy is right on the back. He's really bump drafting him, pushing him, and now he pulls out to the inside as they come towards Stowe Corner, and this will be a good move for 6th place if he can make it stick. down the hanger straight, and Tom Rathy, has he made it stick is the question.
Threshold braking at his very, very, very best. So now Hicklin's right up behind. And no dive bombs, to be honest, Dan. That's very, very safe driving from these guys.
Indeed, it is a very good driving from these drivers. There's no dive bombs at the moment, so hopefully that will continue.
Well, Hicklin's lining up Rathy now through the Vale straight into club. Just started on this side. No defensive move shown. Just not that close enough. Okay, so we're pretty much as we were for the first 4 cars, except I noticed that Douglas Beard is now up in the second. Or not. No, he's still down in 4th position. Guilherme is still second, and the gap now is about 0.7 seconds between the second and third position, and he's now 3.5 seconds behind Guilherme Ratty, 3.5 seconds behind the leader Jan Comins. And the battle for 5th, 6th and 7th still exists. And I need to wonder why. We reckon this race is going to last 45 minutes, so I need to think when these guys are all going to come in for their pit stops. About halfway between. Some have done it already, and some of them might go a little bit late.
Yeah, some of them could be coming in. His strategy is a good part of these races. There's been a lot of spread in it actually. I remember in the first race, Douglas Beard took advantage of coming in early and he made some good positions up. He was about 10th, I think it was, and then he moved himself up to 4th just by pitting early and having that clean bit of air. So it'd be interesting to see if anyone else tried that strategy and they get themselves higher up the field when we may slip under our radar.
Just trying to see if we've had any other Ross. We've got 3 people a lap down. Frank McGuinness, Gareth Prentice and Lino Chastain, who has retired, our only retiree. The next person up to be in lap is Chris Moran. Every so often we see a little bit of drama in Maggots, Beckus and Chapel down the back end of the grid. They do slide a little bit wide. But we've seen not a lot of drama at the minute, Dan.
No, it hasn't been much drama really. It's been quite a good-tempered race. As Jan Koemans, again, he's really been untroubled again. As in the first 3 races of the season, he's proven that this MX-5 Blondie's World Tour is a championship which he wants to win, and he's doing really, really well to do that. He's on his way, looking towards his 4th win of 4. That last lap from Koemans was a... Gotta get it up now. It was a 2:12.6. He's been quite consistent. His last 4 laps have been in the 2:12s, and that was not far off his fastest lap of the race, a 2:12.6. So as we now are on lap 8 of what is an 18-lap race, so we are coming up to the half-distance lap, and this race has actually gone a lot quicker than it's actually going flying quite quickly.
Well, I saw some MX-5 race last week, Silverstone, part of the Brit Car package. And I always wondered that maybe the National or the GP is certainly a little bit of a big circuit for these guys. Certainly, I've seen a lot of the fun MX-5 races on the National, on the Arena circuit. But these boys are doing well, coping well. Lap times 2 minutes 13 to about 2 minutes 15. So
yeah, it's
bit of a procession. Gareth Hicklin's now, yes, he is catching, isn't he? He is catching the number 37 of Yanis.
Yeah, and the number 08 of Arcadius Tataris is going to put pressure on Douglas Beard now. So from being on the front of that area now, he's now in fact going to be quicker than he's coming. Arcadius Tataris is catching in 63 of Douglas Beard, so 4th position, and he was not long ago leading the field with Yennis and Hicklin, so he's definitely stepped up a extra gear. And the number 41 car is pitted, that's Tom Rathie, so he's pitted and made his compulsory pit stop, and he's now coming down towards the club corner behind. Oh, he's hit a car nearly, and he's onto the grass. That's Tom Rathie. No, it's not Tom Rathie. There's a black car. Now I wonder who that was. He was in front of Tom Rathie. He's now still going across the grass at club corner. Try and get a identification of that car. It was Eric Garcia, the number 89. That is the car which we've seen go across the grass, and then they make a rear impact with the car in front of him as they went into club corner. So that's a bit of a nervous moment there for Garcia.
I think he's in the Blondie's livery car, isn't he? Bit of a scary moment there, 'cause you don't know quite when the car's going to stop.
No, I don't quite know when the car's going to stop, so be interesting to see if there's been any damage done there. I don't think there was, but we got about half an hour left of this race, so he's going onto the grass again. As we now look back at Hicklin, he's gone round the outside of Janis. Has he taken a position? Yes, he has taken a position.
And the leader's quit. The leader has disconnected from the server, so he's had an accident that we've missed. Oh no, he's back. He just had a problem with Sim, so he's only got a 5-second lead, so he'll be down towards the middle of the back of the grid now. We'll just see him recover. And that means we've got a new leader. That means Guillermo Murata is now in the lead. Well, he will be when he crosses the line. I think he's just gone through club, and he's now coming down into Abbey.
Have we discovered what happened with our leader, Jan Koemans, who...
I think it may have been a comms issue. We'll find out, or maybe he had another issue. I'll find out. That'll be a mystery we need to solve.
Indeed, so Rachos has taken the lead, Sam McAleer second, and the battle for third place is hotting up. Douglas Beard and Arkadiusz Tetras. They were battling for fourth, but with Koeman's disappearance, it now is a place for the final podium position. So be interesting to see how that goes. And he's got a bit of momentum there, and he's going to have a look down the inside. Is he? No, he did try, but Douglas Beard close the door, and as they come down to Cops, will he be able to make the move there? There's a car coming into the pits. I think that's Sam McAleer. Yes, it is. Our second place man, Sam McAleer, is entering the pits, and the battle for third between Beard and Tuturis seems to be a bit more spread out than it was. They're very close together still, but no moves going to be made. Be interesting to see if he tries anything into the complex or not, Rob.
Okay, Koemans is taking a tow. He's in pit lane. McAleer's just pulling into his box now. He came in from, I think it was at second, third position. So we'll see where he comes out.
And also with the Blondie series, there are no quick tows, so the damage is going to be for Koemans quite drastic. But be interesting to see what he can salvage now from what will now obviously be a case of damage limitation for our championship leader.
McAleer rejoins in 11th position.
11th place, and car he's fighting with at the moment is Tomasz Bastos, who's managed to get past him now, so he's dropped down to 12th position now, I believe, and the car behind him is now Tom Rathie, who was in that battle for 6th, 7th and 8th, and he seems quite a bit closer to McAleer than he was before they went into the pits. So maybe, but now McAleer is trying to make another move. The fresh, I don't know if he did change tyres or not, but he's on the back of Tomasz Bastos, and he could make a move down the inside going into Stowe Corner. He's looking primed to make it, and he's going to go late on the brakes down the inside, and he has done it, and then it did not change tyres because the pit stops would be too long. Thank you for that, Joni, but it is Sam McAleer making up another position there. So the next car on his radar is going to be the car of Adre Hikaim, who is currently running in front of him. Up front we have Guilherme Racho.
Okay, Jan Koemans at that time. He's now come out in 15th position, and he's going to have a hell of a drive under him now, because he's about 50 odd seconds back from Guillermo Rato now, so he's got all of that to make up in what must be about 5 laps. So we're going to see how he recovers from 15th.
And the battle for third place, we are looking at Arcadis. You've got Douglas Beard and Arcadis Chartreuse, which is now the battle for second place, with Sam McAleer being in the pits, and they are 10.5 seconds behind Guilherme Racho. So while Koeman's now having his problems, Racho has managed to pull out a gap, and the battle for second and third between Beard and Tutulis is what we'll be looking at. Gareth Hicklin is currently running in 4th position, and our 5th place man, Jere Yanis, is coming into the pits now, and Sam McAleer has made that the position up on the 88 of Hikheim. He's gone past him, and there's a car that was going slowly on the outside there, but it might be one of our laps drivers pulling well out of the way of that battle. I think it was, actually, so that's quite interesting. But Sam McAleer
Yanis coming out of pits now, so he's dropped.
He has dropped down. He's dropped down to about 9th position, so 9th position there for the car of Jere Yanis.
Koemans has made 3 positions in the last lap, now up to 12th.
And the next target for him is Christopher Thompson, who is 2 seconds up the road, and I think that's something that you might even have sorted by the time they get down to Stowe Corner, because he's really catching him here quite quickly as they go down through the sweeping sections of the Beckett's Maggot section. He's gone across the grass a little bit there, takes 2 wheels on the grass, and the car in front of Christopher Thompson can probably see that it's Koeman's behind him, and it's not a sight I think it'd be quite scary to have young Koeman's on the charge behind you.
I'm just saying, look, Douglas Beard, they just lapped the Scott Malcolm. Just stretching out about a second between these guys now.
As we look on board from Koeman's, as he makes that move from Christopher Thompson, he's not put much resistance up at all at the moment. He just sticks back behind. So that's position for Jan Koeman's up to 11th position. With that toe, does that mean he's taking his pit stop, or has he still got to take it, I wonder?
I don't know, but when you've got Jan Koeman's behind you, Jan Koeman's has about 4 seconds a lap advantage on pretty much his normal standard sort of flying lap pace. So Thompson had no chance really.
We believe that the toe for Koeman's would also have counted as his pit stop, so we don't think he's going to have to stop again. So we think he'll get into the top 10 because he's got about 10 seconds between him and Tom Rathie, who is in 10th place, who's already pitted. But it's worth remembering that some of these in front of Koeman's haven't pitted either. So even with the toe and his problems, he could realistically get himself into the top 6 or 7 even still.
Yeah, well, that would be certainly Michal Mesdanen in 5th position. I think he still needs to pit.
Yes, I think he does. We haven't really seen much of Michal Mesdanen in this race. He's put himself up into the 5th position, and the car behind him in 6th place is Sam McAleer, one of our earlier front runners before the pit stops. And Douglas Beard, and the battle for 2nd place with Arcadius Ticheris. That's another one. As we now look at the battle between Rathie and Yanis for 9th and 10th place. It's Rathie who's in 9th, Yanis in 10th as they go through the Beckett's Maggots complex as they go now on to there. We're now on to the 12th lap of the race. We're now in car with Yanis, and in front of him that is Tom Rathie in the number 41 car. They're down the Hanger Straight, which is the one of the probably is the fastest section of this track. And is he going to be able to make a move maybe going into Stowe? He's looking like he's getting closer and closer. The slipstream, he goes to the outside. That's quite an interesting move there from Yanis. If he's going to make it stick round the outside, Rathie defends the inside. But will this mean that Yanis has a bit more drive coming out of the corner? I just don't think he has much, but he's still stick to the outside. Rathie's doing well to defend to come into club corner. There's going to be no late lunge. These drivers know no better than that. It's been quite good standard of racing in the Blondie's MX5 World Tour, and Rathie does hold his position for now for Yanis, but Yanis is very keen to take that 9th position.
Yeah, there's a lot of racecraft going on here, trying to maximise the speed through these corners that might, for an F1 car, be quite sort of stop and starty, but for these little MX5s, you can really sort of plough through them.
And our leader, Guilherme Rato, is headed to the pit lane now, so we are on about to start lap 13 of 18, so with 5 laps to go. Gilham decides the time is now to make his pit stop, and Douglas Beard has gone past him, as has the car of Arcadius Tataris. They've not. He's overshot his box as well, so that wouldn't have helped Gilham.
Gareth Hicklin and Mihai Misadan both in the pits.
But that's another two of our front top 10 runners who have come into the pits, and out on the track now comes Gilham Rasha. How much has he lost? I think he's actually going to be down in about, in fact, he still thinks in the 3rd place, because Sam McAleer is just coming through Cops now, and the two cars in front of him, Hickling and Mihayson, are in the pit lane. So I think that Gilham Rasha has come out in a net 3rd place, and that the only cars he's got in front of him now are Douglas Beard and Akidis Tudoris, and both of those have not pitted yet. So out of the cars who have pitted, Gilham Rato is in a net 1st position.
And Jan Koeman's watch, last time around 55 seconds away from the lead of the race, all the way in 10th position.
We're looking at the Arcadis Tataris car, which is he's been stuck behind Douglas Beard now for quite a few laps. In fact, most of the race. He seems to be able to stick close to him, but he can't quite get the move done. Must be frustrating for him, Rob, not being able to get that move done when he must be getting sick of the sight of that car in front of him.
Oh, absolutely, but this is a big old circuit, very wide bits of tarmac. There's about 1 million lines through these big sweeping corners and even the tight corners. So much room for them. So it's just a case of catch you slowly, catch you monkey. You can trademark that.
Oh, I think we will. That is a Glacier TV. And here we're talking about we've got trademarks from Rob Sutherland. There's a move there from Tataris, and there's a car on the gravel in front of him. This could be interesting. The car nearly touches Douglas Beard as they go through into the last portion of the lap, and that could have been close for Douglas Beard. And they're both coming into the pits now, so our 2nd and 3rd place cars, Douglas Beard and Akarius Tataris, are headed for the pit lane. Oh, that was a bit close there, nearly into the back of Douglas Beard there. That was a bit of a lucky escape, but they're both in pit lane now. Yeah,
remember guys, there is a speed limit. At some point you will have to adhere to it, and that could have been very, very messy.
Oh, it could have been messy indeed, but in the meantime, Gilham Racho, probably oblivious to the pit lane drama, is going to come through now and take the lead back in this race with 4 laps to go. So it's a position he wants to be in. We're on lap 14, and at the moment Gilham Racho is in the lead now. The 2 cars which haven't pitted were Douglas Beard and Acadius Tataris, and they've come into the pits now, and this could be interesting because Sam McAleer comes around Cops. He's taken 3rd place, but I don't think he's going to be able to take 2nd place from Douglas Beard, but he's got a lot more speed as Beard now just comes across the white line, and McAleer is going to try and make the move stick. Beard's giving him the room, and they're very, very close. McAleer puts his car. Oh, this could be interesting. I don't think they're not touched yet, and that's good driving from them. Very good driving.
Yeah, a bit of brinksmanship as well through Chappell. Just tapped the brakes, and he really had to back off there. But they got the hanger straight now. He's right up behind the bumper now. Defensive line comes to the inside.
He's going to go for it, Sam McAleer. Despite Douglas Beard is on, there's also some traffic there, but McAleer dives down the inside of both Beard and the slower car of the traffic. That's the number 19, is that? Oh, there's contact between the slower car and Douglas Beard. I don't think Beard's going to lose a position, or is he? Because Akidis is going to try and have a look down the inside, and a bit of indecision with the back marker has cost Douglas Beard there, and he's lost 2 positions in that one corner.
Well, not a lot that's got Malcolm knew about that. Douglas Beard hopped the curb, coming off of the curb, car just squatted a little bit sideways and just gave him a little bit of a tap. So from my eyes, at any rate, Malcolm gave him the room. It's just it took a bit of a hopping manoeuvre over the apex.
Indeed, the driving standards in this championship, from what I've seen, have been very good actually.
Beard's just taking the inside now through bridge into Priory.
Yeah, it's taken the position back, but no moves can be made down the inside. Some less experienced drivers may have taken a dive bomb there, but Arcadius Tataris does not take that dive bomb, which is good driving because you don't really want to be dive bombing people and potentially ruining races. But as they come now towards the start of the 15th lap, so we're getting close to the end of this race now. It's going to be the Racho leads. 2nd place is the car of Sam McAleer, Sam McAleer in second. Yes, it is Sam McAleer second. There's 15 seconds between them.
But if this is the start of the last lap, the 15th lap, then the Beard fight is going to be absolutely awesome.
There's 18 laps in this race, so we got 3 more to go. So we got laps 15, 16, 17 and 18 to go. But it's going to be a good conclusion to the race, I think, for third and fourth place between Beard and Tatiris. This is the last place on the podium. And as we were talking about Jan Koemans before, he's into 12th place at Jan Koemans at the moment. He's in 12th place. So I think he's lost some time on that last lap from somewhere.
Yeah, last lap, 2 minute 40.
Is that a pit stop, do we know, or has he had a bit of a off-track moment? Arcadius is going for it, Douglas Beard doesn't go into Stoke corner, he sticks it down the inside, fantastic move by Arcadius, but Douglas Beard has got a bit of drive coming out of Stowe, and as they come down to club corner, is right behind him, they're weaving each other here, and on the outside is Douglas Beard, nearly putting a wheel on the grass, but Arcadius has kept the move. He's kept the move there, and Arcadius takes second place, well, third place, I beg your pardon. It's third place for Arcadius, but Douglas Beard is not going to let him have it. He's going to try and make the move because they come up to the Priory section, going up towards Bridge. He's still behind. Is he going to make a move down the inside? No, he's not going to make that move down the inside. Oh, he's going to go round the outside. He's going in through Bridge. This is going to be an interesting end to the lap, Rob.
Yeah, they're swinging down now into through the bridge corner in the straight, and he just forced him a little bit wide coming into to Abbey there, but they come around Priory in the Butlands now, and Douglas Beard certainly is dancing behind this the car of Andreas Teschutz.
And there's another driver who's going to be dancing and joining. That's Tom Raffy, who's caught right up to these two. And he's also dragging Jay Yanis along with him as well. So we can have a 4-car battle for the final space on the podium. Because with Beard and Tataris fighting, it's brought Tom Raffy right into the mix. But this battle between Tataris and Beard is far from over. And now as they come down towards Copse Corner, Beard is not close enough to make the move. But they're going to have to be wary because they have got 2 cars closing them very quickly.
That's full commitment through Cotton. Last lap from Doug Beard was a 2:16 because obviously he did get past. 2:14.1 for Tom Rathie. That's how much they close now.
2
just
seconds.
under 2 seconds.
Wow. That just shows what happens even in the Mazdas when they're fighting out like that. They are losing crucial lap time. There's no such worries though for our leader Guilherme Ratto or our second place man Sam McAleer. Both have got big gaps. So in Ratto's case, he's got 13.
Shown the inside into Stowe.
Yeah, that battle for third place indeed. Douglas Beard is going to go down the inside, and keeping a watching brief is Tom Rathie, but Arcadius is keeping the inside line, and it's a great drive there for Tom Rathie, and Douglas Beard comes across on Rathie. That's a good driving from Rathie to avoid an incident. He came over. And now Douglas Beard down the inside, that's fantastic. But he's gone on the grass, his indecision there has cost him a bit. He's going to lose another position there to Jay Yanis. He was very hot going into club corner, and he's lost 3 positions as a result of that. And Douglas Beard, he was going to try and take the third place back, but maybe he's going to decide that probably was not the best of moves to make, because now he's lost up losing positions.
But it's not over. The fight for third position is not over because Tom Rathie now is absolutely on it. For the last few laps he's been rapidly catching these guys, and now it's his turn for third position. Indeed,
Tom Rathie, he's been quite quiet in the race really. He was in the lower end of the top 10, but now just because he's got the fastest lap of the whole race, we've been told. So Tom Rathie really is on it in these last few laps of this race. We've now ran. We're coming up now to start the 17th lap of 18, so we've got 2 laps to go, and they come across now, and the battle for third in the podium is going to be between Rathie and the car of Arcadius. And I think Rathie Rathie is definitely the man who is going to try and get that position. I don't think I'll put the sort of times he's been doing recently. I don't think I'd put it past him either.
And talking about times, 2 minutes 12.6 from Jan Koemans last lap round, and I think he's just coming up to Andre Hegkamp now for 10th positions. So this guy's covering to the top 10.
That is a fantastic end to the race for Koemans. If he can actually he'll get top 10, he'll get some points for that. And after that, maybe there's a few cars, a couple of cars behind. There's Desta Castro and Michal Mizan, who are only about 6 seconds up the road. So if he can carry on doing these sort of speeds as he goes down the inside, and there's contact there between the two cars. The number 88 of Hagam is pushed wide by the car of Jan Koemans, but he's taking the position. It's 10th place for Koemans, and the next target of him would be the number 83, who is 6 seconds up the road.
Just taking a look up to the battle for third position now, see how it's going. It's pretty much the same as it was really. Rathy's still not as close as he can be to the third position car.
Douglas Beard's going to try and make a move here on Yanis, I think. Now he's gone right behind the car, and as they come out through the battle here with Douglas Beard and Giro Yanis, he's come right behind Douglas Beard. So Douglas Beard's going to have a look down the inside as they come into the corner now. He's got the inside line, and he's going to make it stick. So Douglas Beard has got one of the positions back and further in front. The battle between Tateris and Rathy is, I thought Rathy was alongside there for a spell. Then he seemed to drop back for some reason. He's dropped back quite a bit. As they came onto the bridge, they were side by side. But as they've come out, it seems that Arcadius has managed to get it's got the gap opened up. So I don't know what happened there with Tom Rathy. I don't know if he missed a gear or something, but he lost a lot of time there because they were side by side going through the bridge.
I thought that Doug Beard may have not closed that pass off as good as he could have done, but luckily he just had enough speed coming out of that to just pull away from Yanis as well. So,
and this is the last lap for our leader Gilhan Racho. He's had a quite quiet race, I'd say, Rob. There was problems for Jan Koemans, but Rato, he did have a good battle though with Sam McAleer earlier in the race, but since he's gone past McAleer, he's streaked away and he's only 15 seconds clear. And there's a car out of the race. It's a number 83 car from position 3, and that is Michal Mashizan. So he's still running, I think, on my screen. So I don't know.
Very, very dented rear bumper.
Yeah, very, very dented rear bumper for the number 83 on that right-hand side. It's all caved in. But Gilhan Racho is about half a lap away from taking his first victory in the Blondie series. Jan Koemans had the first 3 victories, but his problems have allowed another opportunity. And I think it's going to be Gilhan who will, unless there's a major, major issue for him, I think he's got this race pretty much wrapped up now.
And speaking of major issues, Douglas Beard has just taken the position from Yanis. Actually, no, it hasn't. Not Yanis. Yanis has also capitalised.
Arcadius places.
Yeah, and he went very, very late into, I think that was Vale.
Down the Vale into Club Corner. So that's been a quite action-packed zone for this race. The section from Stowe, and Koemans has managed to. He's dropped time. He's now down to 12th place, but he's got a good battle there. There's the cars from 9th to 12th, all in one big, massive pack. But that's not going to concern our race winner here, who's Gilhan Racho. He comes round the final bit of Woodcote, and he takes the victory at Silverstone. So Gilhan Racho is the man who takes victory. His first of the season, and it's broken Jan Koemans' run. He was looking for 4 in a row, but he couldn't get it. A very good drive from Racho. Dan McAleer is going to come across the line to take second. He's also had quite a quiet race, but the battle for third place is going to be the way of Tom Rathy. He wasn't ever really in the running, but towards the end of the race he put some good moves on. 4th is Douglas Beard. 5th is going to be the car of Yo Yanis. 6th is Arcadius. Now I wonder what's happening with that battle with Jan Koemans. He had a lot of cars. There was a big battle, and this is in fact the battle for 9th, 10th and 11th. There's Andre Higem, Thomas Bastos and Koemans, who's now up into 11th place. So can he make it 10th by the end? I don't think he has. I think he's left it a bit late there. But Jan Koemans is going to finish this race in 11th place. So a rundown of our top 10. In first place, you have Gilhan Rato, our winner, with a time of 40 minutes, 41 seconds, 0.764. In second place, you have Sam McAleer. Rounding off the podium, we have Tom Rathy in third. 4th was Douglas Beard, with is Euro Yanis. 6th, Arcadia Soteris. 7th was Club UK and Ireland's Gareth Hickling, where Rob Sutherland gave him some praise earlier, and it's a good top 10 finish for him. 8th place, Dexter Castro. 9th is Andre Higuain. 10th is Thomas Bastos. With 11th place, the Jan Koemans, who was the championship leader going into this race. I think he probably still will be the championship leader, but it's his first time offside the winner's circle. 12th place, Mikael Gustafsson. 13th, Miho Mizan, who had the bashed in back bumper towards the end. 14th place, Oscar Mauricio Lopez Nieto. 15th is Simon Ayres. 16th, Christopher Thompson. 17th for Giuseppe. 18th is Chris Moran. 19th, Peter Yerkstra. And 20th is Isaac Martin. Those are the only 20 cars which finished on the lead lap. 21st, we have Claudio Klima. 22nd was Eric Garcia, who we saw have some excursions earlier. 23rd, Jeremy Naylor. 24th is Hiro Kenyana. 25th, Bill Zahn. 26th is Frank McGuinness. 27th, Scott Malcolm. 28th, Gareth Prentice. And I believe our only retirement was the number 73 of Lino Chastain. What did you think of that race then, Rob? The 4th race of the Blondie's MX5 World Tour?
Yeah, it's good. Nice little MX5 championship. This I race certainly needs more MX5 championships with nice big grids, because it certainly produces some epic racing. I'm just watching Guillermo Rato complete his lap backwards, getting pushed by another MX5 driver at the moment, so that's quite funny.
Found out the issue with Jan Koemans. He wanted to check his fuel stats, but it turns out instead of checking the fuel stats, he accidentally closed the program instead.
That's not one of the race driver excuses I expected to find, to be honest. Expected to hear anyway.
No, it's quite a rare problem, but it's one that's cost him a lot today, finishing 1 minute and 3 seconds behind the leaders.
I pressed the wrong button syndrome, I like to call it when I'm playing FIFA.
I think I have a bit of wrong button syndrome.
Well, it looks like the ritual in the Blondies Championship is to push the leader back to the pits. Or to push the winner back to the pits, some kind of strange prize.
Indeed, this is actually quite a strange slowing down lap. It's a conga train to the pits. Bit of a light entertainment for you on Glacier TV. You have the conga line there going at full speed. There's 3 of them at the moment. Don't think anyone else is going to join them, but a three-car conga line. I think they should introduce this into real racing. Not really, but
well, yeah, if you want to pay for the bodywork, I guess. I think we've got what further broadcast have we got tonight, Mr. Director?
We're looking at the start now, and as you can see, it was a good start from the car of Jan Koemans. He made an absolutely fantastic start. By the time they got to the hangar straight, he had about 1.5 seconds lead already. It was quite extraordinary in just that short amount of time that he pulled out such a gap. We have ready for our first interview of the broadcast. We got Dexter Castro. Dexter finished in 8th place. How was your race today?
It was good aside from running out of gas at the end. I thought I could get away with only taking 1 gallon, but apparently I needed to take that extra 5 seconds to get the other gallon.
Did you end up finishing the race?
Yeah, I coasted through the last 3 corners and didn't lose any positions, so that's good.
Yeah, 8th place. How's your championship been so far? Is it been satisfactory for you?
I've been absolutely blown away by how competitive it is this season. I mean, I can't even. You know, you have to work quite hard just to get a top 10 in this series now.
Just gives you strength of the series. The MX-5 is one of the rookie cars, but as today showed, it's one that even the experienced drivers can have good time in, and it's made some really good racing. And what are your thoughts on the MX-5?
The MX-5 is, I mean, it's a rookie car. It's not too difficult to drive, but it's incredibly difficult to master. I mean, you can look at Jan and Guillermo, who are absolutely blowing away the field.
Also, Dexter, you're one of the only ones in the series who drive in the Roadster. Why do you drive in the Roadster, and do you find it's an advantage to drive in it?
Mostly because I'm stubborn and don't want to change, but that's not a very good reason. But I just can't stand the earring in the cup car.
Do you think this is costing you any time at all not being in the Cup car, or do you think you going at a similar speed as you would in the Cup?
Uh, this season it might be costing me a tenth, maybe 2/10. I don't know, but I don't think it's made a difference in any of my finishing positions. If anything, it's actually in the first race I got past Kyle because he ran out of fuel and I was getting better mileage than him, so it's not much of a difference.
So swings and roundabouts really. The next race for the MX5 Championship is at Charlotte. Is that the one you're looking forward to?
Oh yeah, Charlotte's always that is yeah, Charlotte's always been a great track for the Roadster, so I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, thank you for your interview and congratulations on your top 10 finish today.
Thank you.
So that was Dexter Castro finishing 8th place, revealing that he ran out of fuel